Good morning, students. Today I am going to make this video for class 10 and on the subject biology from science. So in the first chapter of biology in class 10, that is the life process, and the first part of the life process is the nutrition. And in nutrition also different types of nutritions are explained there. All of the types I think already you have studied, and if you have not studied, I will make another video for them. But today I am coming here specially to explain the human nutrition. The nutrition in human, how does it occur, and in which part of the body different stages of the nutrition occur, that I will discuss today in this part. Okay, so firstly I would like to tell you that the human nutrition is a type of holozoic nutrition where the five steps of that nutrition occur. That is, first of all, that is the ingestion. That is the way how the food is brought inside the body of the human, basically to the mouth, how it is brought. Secondly, the digestion. That means the breaking down of the big molecules of food into small pieces. Then after the absorption, where the digested food is collected by the blood, and from the blood it is going to the cells. Then after assimilation, where it is means the absorbed food is oxidized within the cell, and the energy that is liberated from the food, it is utilized for the various functions of the body. That is assimilation. And then after the egestion. So egestion means those undigested food particles which are not digested within the body, so they are left behind, they are left out from the body, and that is called the egestion. So all these five stages: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion, all these five stages occur in human too, because it is a part of the holozoic nutrition. But all these things, it will take time to explain all these stages. Today I am coming actually to explain you the digestion in human. So human digestion occurs in different parts of the alimentary canal. So starting from the mouth till the large intestine, the various processes of digestion and absorption it occur. But the process of digestion actually starts in the mouth or the buccal cavity, and it ends in the small intestine. That means after small intestine there will be no digestion. Absorption may be there, but today we will discuss only about the digestion. So before starting the process of digestion, we should know that what things should be digested. So already we come to know that the food have the nutrients. They are carbohydrate, proteins, then fats, that means lipids, and vitamins and minerals, then the water, then roughage. All these nutrients are there, but mainly the carbohydrate, then after protein, and the lipids. That three, the digestion of that three, it is very very important. Other vitamins and minerals and water, these are not required of more digestion. Easily they are they can be absorbed by the body. But these three, carbohydrate, protein, and lipids, they need the digestion because they are the polymers. They are the big molecules. They should be broken into small pieces. So these carbohydrates, the biggest means largest type of carbohydrate, the stage of carbohydrate, that is the starch. And at last, that means the monomer of carbohydrate, it is the glucose. That means carbohydrate is broken down, and at last the glucose will come. Same way the protein is digested, and at last it will become amino acid. Then this lipids, that is also digested, and at last we get the fatty acid and glycerol. Now you see, in the alimentary canal of human, there are some glands, digestive glands, which are secreting the enzymes. So these enzymes are actually helping in the digestion of the food, and these enzymes we can say is the biological catalyst too, because they are helping in the process of digestion. Okay, so first of all, we are going to discuss about the digestion in mouth. Okay, so mouth, it is also said as a buccal cavity. Okay, buccal cavity, and in the mouth one digestive gland is there. Actually, three are there, but that is the salivary gland, and from this salivary gland the saliva is secreted. Okay, remember, the buccal cavity contains the salivary gland, and from the salivary gland the saliva is secreted. This saliva contains one enzyme, that is the salivary amylase, or you can say the ptyalin, and along with that it is having the mucin. So what is their function, how they are helping in digestion? I want to tell you that this saliva contains, already I told you, it contains the enzyme, the salivary amylase or the ptyalin. So this salivary amylase or ptyalin digest the carbohydrate, that means the starch, big molecules of carbohydrate, that is a starch. So starch is digested and it is converted into maltose and dextrin. That means maltose and dextrin, that are means smaller particles of carbohydrate. Okay, so they convert them into that. So in the same time, already I told you that one another material that is there, that is the mucin. So mucin, the function of the mucin, first of all, it lubricates the food. That means it makes the food soft and slippery, due to which we can easily swallow it. So that is the first function of the mucin present in the saliva. And secondly, the mucin also have the power to kill the microorganisms, that means the germs, which may enter into the buccal cavity along with the food. So this mucin is doing that work also. So ultimately we come to know that in the buccal cavity, or in the mouth, within our mouth, so what is done, that the salivary glands are there, which are secreting the saliva, and this saliva, it is having one digestive enzyme, that is the ptyalin or salivary amylase and mucin. So salivary amylase or ptyalin, it converts the carbohydrate into maltose and dextrin, and the mucin, it is doing two works. Number one, it is making the food slippery, due to which we can easily swallow it, and secondly, it kills the germs or the microorganisms that enters into the mouth along with the food. So that is happening in the buccal cavity. Okay, so that is for today. In my next video, I will discuss the second part of the alimentary canal, what is happening there. I will explain nicely. And from today's this explanation, if you have anything to ask more, or if you have any doubt, any question, then you can send me as a message in this video. Thank you. Please keep watching my videos, because I'm coming with my next video, where I will explain what is happening in the next part of the alimentary canal. Thank you. Have a good day.